Hello everybody, welcome in to this new episode of the Bob Ross Show, or the Rub Bus Show if we go by the title of today's stream. Alright, let me show my face. Here I am. How's everybody doing today? Let's review our missions. We have weekend missions. I don't believe we've started yet. Lucky enough to have the day off work tomorrow, so we're streaming a bit earlier than we would normally. We have Hail from Heaven. Become one of the top 2 in your combat group by the number of destroyed ground targets and the required number of battles. We've got 2 battles left to do in period 2 and 3 respectively. We've got different routes and the required number of base XP while flying multi-role fighters or attack aircraft. Got nearly all of period 3 left to do, and all of period 2 and 1. We just got the mission. We've only played 1 game into it so far. And then for 1 token, we have Flight for the Skies, or Fight for the Skies. Destroy the required number of aerial targets in a single battle with 9. No progress on this one either. Let's see. Special this weekend is 30% off equipment and 3x XP for the first victory of each day. We have also the weekend missions. 150,000 personal points in any number of battles will net you 2 unique supply crates. There's a repeatable for flight instruments, which we're always happy to see because it's the only type of part that we're chronically short on, flight instruments. Earn at least 8,000 personal points in a victorious battle. Then we have probably, I imagine those are period specific usually. So Salvage Party Part 1, play 10 battles. Only the battles in which a player earns 6,000 personal points are counted. Mission can be completed only once. And it doesn't look like it's period specific. Interesting. Oh, it's going to be the amount of battles played. Okay, play 15 battles will land you 50 flight instruments and 50 mechanical parts. Again, 6,000 personal points required to qualify. And then 20 battles with the same conditions gets you 30 heat-resistant parts and 20 radio electronics. So some pretty interesting weekend missions, especially the repeatable. This means we're going to want to play as much as possible this weekend to accumulate as many flight instruments as we can. Not at the cost of our sanity, of course, but as much as we can manage and still enjoy ourselves. Let's put it that way. Let's turn a filter on for multi-roles and attack aircraft, since that's what we're being asked to play for the mission. I'd like to maybe start in period 9 with the F-94D. It needs some makeup. Oh, what's this one? Breaking the sound barrier? Cool. Alright, I'll equip that. Does this one do 3% cruise speed? Useless. Almost useless. Okay, let's do it. Looks like we're getting a bot game for our first match. Nice way to warm up.
Attention! You are entering the combat zone. Get ready for battle. Good
Yep.
luck.
4 tier 9s apiece. All bots on the other side. And 8 tier 8s. Notably, there's an RB-17. Two RB-17s on the other side. As well as on our side. And 2 mines. Seems like the compositions are almost the same. Only one of the multi-rolls is different. The BVP-212 for bots and F-94D for me. The only difference, as far as I can tell. Alright. F2 the mine. It hurt. Like to be pretty quick at taking this sector here, so we can move on to a second one relatively quickly. Excellent. At the middle command center, on this map typically flips a whole bunch of times per game. But it's good to have the first attack flight in the air in your team. Especially if it's gonna hit a mine. The part of taking it is to prevent the enemy from directing attack flights to our mine, so it's defensive in nature. Often in World of Warplanes, the best form of defense is attack.
The command center is ours. Establishing communication with the main headquarters.
Good, we even took out the garbage, cleaned out the sector. We might be able to help with the mine actually, instead of going to the garrison, which was my first reflex here. Oh, barely missed. And we get him with the third set of rockets. And then 90 seconds for a new set. Might be enough to get another chance at getting 2 kills for the Lubev. A little bit harder to earn in the F-94D than some other air-to-air rocket equipped planes. Because of that, I'd say, you know, medium length reload time. It's not exactly atrociously long, but 90 seconds can often equate to a lot of lost opportunities. Me? Once we hold 4 or 5 sectors here, protecting the command center is usually the right play. You can read the map, of course. Especially in a bot game, that tends to be the typical bot behavior, is to lurk in the middle.
Victory is in sight. Keep it up.
And we have our rockets back. Let's take note of that. Match is almost over though. Turn the other way as I was firing. Okay.
Great job today.
Just a
We'll be
1-3
waiting
kill.
for you
That's
back
okay. We scored a
home.
McCampbell. Nice. 1 token. And we scored 3,150 base XP for our mission, which leaves about 24,000 to score. Hmm. Go up to 10. It's more interesting. Multi-rolls, of course, the F94D is personal favorite, but the other tier 9 multi-rolls are, in my opinion anyway, a little bit less interesting. There's the Seahawk that's okay, but I don't even have it specialized yet, so I-211 also playable if you like your high damage, single burst, low firing cannons. A lot like the I-215, which I play once in a while. I guess you can see it's in my favorites. We're gonna go with the Hunter for the next match, though. Of our regulars. Go and
You're
mince the drop.
approaching the
Who
area
are we
of
up
combat
against?
operations.
Haggard 85 and Colonel Sanders in the FE and the F84F respectively. And Ugly 1-2 is on our side in the F2H. So we're disadvantaged having the only tier 9 player. But being that it's an F2H, it's specialized, and there's an FE on the other side, I would barely call this a disadvantage, because the composition is actually more advantageous for us. Having the heavy matched with the bomber. There's no mines on the map either, so it's an okay map for bombers. There's 2 military bases, but not the best map for them either. So I don't think neither team has a significant advantage here. Everything being considered. Take our military base the same time as they take theirs, and they're about to flip the airbase, which would put them ahead. Might be able to get there on time, it doesn't look likely. We were pretty close. We don't have our pneumatic assist available. That would have been pretty handy against the F84F there. And he's now going to respawn anywhere close to us, which not ideal. We should have waited for that kill a little bit so it counted for capture points, but I felt rushed by the knowledge that there was some other plane targeting me. I didn't want to fly in a straight line for more than I had to. Oh. And he takes our engine. See what I said about the F-84F respawning anywhere close to us? He actually respawned right on our tail. Lucky bastard.
Our military base is launching strikes on the enemy. This will make things easier for you.
That left us a very little chance. But we did, you know, we did score a lot of net capture points, almost half the sector, so we might be able to take it now. We've got our 2 bombs back. We hit some ground targets. Maybe the control tower with both bombs. Oh, we hit the telephone. Wow. That took most of our health, but we got the sector. I think we tilted just at the right time to survive this ramming attack. Have to time that pretty well for it to work out. And need a little bit of luck to go with that. Oh, they have both military bases. Do not like. I'm waiting for a heal here. Wasting precious second in doing so. Well, not exactly wasting, because we do need the health. There's no point in going to the military base and not surviving long enough to take it. Plus, it gives time for ordnance to reload. You can't afford to let them keep 4 sectors for too long, though.
Stay alert, pilots. Large enemy force spotted over the airfield. The enemy has control of all key objects.
Okay, they didn't keep superiority for very long, but we're in significant trouble regardless. We just have a fighting chance instead of being completely done here. That's all that means. Now would have been a good time to have the boost available. Or the boost canister, that is. When the turn battle ends up like that, with the ADA going perpendicular to the line of fire over and over again, it's very difficult to hit. Well, we got it eventually. And we've capped 4 sectors. Scored a reasonable amount of capture points. 7 ground targets, 10 air targets. And nowhere near being able to be competitive in this match, so tells me our teammates are probably picking our noses mostly. We've certainly done our part. I would have expected this to be a much closer battle given the F2HFE confrontation. The truth is we haven't been able to keep any of the sectors we've flipped for any amount of time. So that's not really something you can do much about when you have fewer sectors than the opponent, because you need to continue on capping more red sectors. You can't stay behind and defend. If you're behind, you're guaranteed to lose if you do that. So, yeah, bit of an unfortunate defeat, but it happens. Especially flying solo like this in high tiers, you often have a little bit less influence on the outcome of the match. As you can see, nobody above 5,000 on our side, and despite us outscoring the FE by about 1,500 points, we did not win. Mainly their second player got 9,000 and ours got 3,600, so that gives you a bit of an idea of why the match went the way it went. It looks like their bots were slightly better than ours do. I don't think the bots made a huge difference. Biggest difference was probably contributions of the F-84F compared to the F2H. Yeah. That's too bad. Because, you know, we had a decent match. That still counts for different routes, at least, because there's no win condition on that daily mission. Contrary to most of the aircraft type specific daily missions. Let's go for most played plane ever. We're almost at 100 hours in it. Sorry, my nose is leaking a lot today. Maybe nursing a little cold, I think. 41 minutes will get us to 100 hours. Now, what we could have done in this match to change the outcome, not much. I mean, it would have taken everything else being the same, would have taken a superhuman performance from us to change the outcome, but we failed to take the airbase on our first attempt. If we had accomplished that, then maybe we would have flipped 6 total sectors instead of 5. That wouldn't have made a difference, but it's what we could have done differently. What else? We didn't run into the FE at all, so seeing that the F2H was not really doing its job there, we could have taken over that responsibility and tried to spot the FE and prevent him from flipping sectors so fast. That was probably a big part of why we lost, our inability to keep sectors. But what it comes down to is you're just guaranteed to lose a certain number of matches, no matter how well you play. And it was not our turn to win this time. Hi, Chad. Hi, buddy.
Attention, you are entering the combat zone. Get ready for battle. Good luck.
Okay, this time we have W. Trizzino in the Tu-12 on our side, and the other team is comprised of the Mad Max Z77 in the Sabre, and Michel Impens in the JU 287, the Tier 9 German bomber that's very similar to the FE. Not specialized, though neither bombers are specialized. There are 2 mines, so they will be important. That being said, we're in our ground attack aircraft, so we'll have something to say about that. Not gonna start with the mines knowing that the bombers will be active at both mines, and we risk accidentally getting bombed or wasting our time on a sector that would have flipped blue anyway, or red anyway. So I'd rather start with the central garrison, secure at least a sector for my team before I risk attempting to take a mine and possibly fail. The garrison is a little bit more guarantee of success, because it takes much fewer mines to flip. And it's better to head to the red mine than the neutral mine, being that we're gonna, if we succeed, take the mine bonus away from reds, as well as the 3 points they're scoring every 5 seconds. A neutral mine just does not do that. Always favor the red sector over the neutral sector if you can. It's just simple math. Okay, we finally have our bombs. Something coming at us, what is it? Oh, it's going away from us. Okay, we're safe. Okay, we got the 80 pointer. 2 on this 50 pointer. Make sure we're taking it. We'll have more space to shoot at the next 50 point target, so we only need to keep 1 bomb for it. And we get in entirely with the guns. No bonus for them. was tempted to head to the south red garrison there, but more important is the other mine. As much as possible, we should be, our game plan should be around owning both mines. And if it's clear that we're not going to be able to do that, then we switch to having one mine plus two garrisons or three garrisons. That's another way to win the match. But really, plan A should always be on this map, have both mines at some point. Trying to be aware of the mountain. We were nowhere close to it. Good. Oh, there we go. Looks like our teammate helped us out with the capture of the mine. Lots of potential to get attacked here in the middle. Let's try to get more ground targets than we are worth in terms of defensive capture points. We got, I think, 50. So that's 10 net points, better than nothing. We should be getting ready to take that mine back. That's more than half taken by Redstone. We'll go through the south garrison to do so. Hopefully we can capture it quickly and be at that mine right away. We do manage to keep it for another 6 seconds. We get the mine bonus, which would be awesome. And there it is. That gives us a much more significant lead. Hey, Chad. A bit of a sloppy beginning to this capture attempt. We could just abandon this sector and go for the mine here. That would be perfectly acceptable. But specifically, I don't have my bombs back yet. So I'm gonna cap this sector while they reload and hoping to get to the mine with a full set of bombs. We would have crashed if we had finished that ground target there. Ask me how I know. Plenty of experience making that mistake. Just image in game anymore. I think my brightness is a bit low. Fix that after the match. Okay, well, we started with the 30 pointer here, so I'm not sure why. We'll hit the other 30s and some 20s. It's not my standard approach for flipping lines, but we'll go with the flow. Oh, we need 50 points to flip it. Well, 80 pointer here looks right for the taking. And that should do it.
Receiving reports about rapidly deteriorating weather conditions. Report will be unable to reach you. Do you read me? Over.
I forgot to let you know what the intro song was. I just realized it was Spoon. It turned my camera on. The song. And go get it for yourself.
We cannot support you any longer. The storm is soon.
We're gonna die after squall line here in a second. There we go. The match is over anyway. We did manage 5 sector captures and 580 capture points. Pretty good performance. Hero of the Skies. We made up for our teammate not doing much. And the opponents both under 10,000 personal points. It's a relatively easy win. No shenanigans in this one. You hungry, Chad? What's going on? You want me to feed you? Do one more match and then we'll feed you. You were fed late this morning. You're gonna be hungry already. Let's do the tier 10 Batwing. I quite like the tier 10 Batwing. It's play it more like a heavy. It makes more sense. Maybe I can feed him quick while we're in queue. Just in time, of course.
You are entering the combat zone. Get ready for battle. Good luck.
I'm never AFK at the start of a match. I don't know what you're talking about, chat. Never happened. Not even once. Alright, Space Frog is on the other side, and Michel Impens again in his uniting FE little brother. We have a IL-40 on our side. Interestingly, the IL-40 for me is my lowest win rate plane of all tiers. Something like 35% win rate in it. Though I'm probably never going to play it again. The IL-40. Not even once. Try to use our other two rockets as quickly as possible so we can start the reload count. We're not positioned for that right now. Better now. We did not take the ground target, unfortunately. A little bit too much surface area on that ground target to get it with two rockets. Ooh. Did you think we were gonna crash, Jack? Okay, don't worry. Yo, that took, oh, just popped the boost canister. I just pooped it, that's right. Because our engine is broken, so we're just wasting it. Yay! Mistakes were made once again. Oh, I fired that second set of rockets too late. First one hit, but did not kill the enemy. Here's a rocket kill. There's another one perhaps? Yes, we've got two, we need one more. Pretty low health though, so let's see if we can get it done. We have 3 chances. Possibly more if we survive long enough for a second load. We're using the 3 we have left. The light ADAs do not tend to go head-to-head though. On this airfield here, we're unlikely to have a chance. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, barely missed. I think we got it. Post-mortem. Right after Space Frog got us. Yes, it does show in our counter 3 rocket kills. So now we have to win the match during the Galudef. That's the other condition. Which doesn't look like it's anywhere near to being a sure thing right now. Would it really help if we could get the military base and score some immediate passive capture points? Here we are, so that's going to start working for us right away. As opposed to the command center that takes minutes to deliver its passive capture points, if it delivers them at all. Oof. Was that a ram kill? It wasn't. That's why we kept most of our hit points.
We have complete control of the skies. Way to go.
140 points ahead. That's a relatively comfortable lead. The combination of that and being ahead 4-1 in sectors makes it a very good situation for us. But you got to keep the pressure on because they're probably going to take the command center and then start working on another sector right away. So we want to keep capping, make up for whatever they cap. I struggle to kill that light ADA. Sometimes you run into an ADA that just has some magical Neo from the Matrix kind of properties. The Rambo ADAs, you could call them. Opting to defend the military base here, going to cap the command center would have been a good choice too. I was just pointed in that direction, so that's what influenced my decision here.
Keep it up. Victory is almost ours.
Yes, Chad. Yes. Always comes meow at me after he's done eating. I don't know. It's to thank me or report whether the particular flavor of wets I fed him was tasty or not. But it's his little routine. This guy's faster than us because we're in our yellow altitude, but he's gonna have to slow down to bomb eventually. And we got the 90. He's gonna hit the corner of the map eventually. We're gonna keep stalking him. Not gonna have a choice but to get within the range of our guns eventually. Match might be over at that point. I think we'll have time. Here we go.
A rocket has reached the target. Enemy objects damaged.
We've bothered him enough to prevent him from flipping the sector. The attack flight is going to hit any second though. All 5 bombers are alive. And we only have 2 sectors left, so this could be dangerous, but we're very close to winning score. So, it's no reason to panic. I'm much more likely to stalk another human player like this after Squall Line than before. He probably feels I was a little obsessed there, but
Head back home.
I mean, that would be a fair assessment, I suppose. And we do not get credited or Galubev for some reason. And I believe that's because they think our 3rd kill didn't count as having happened in the same sortie as the first 2, because we died before the kill counted, which is bullshit. You get a kill as a result of an action you took before dying, but the kill happens after your death. That obviously still counts as being the same sortie, but not sure that Wargaming's code reflects that. So we just got robbed of a token, essentially. And more importantly, of the bragging rights for another Galubev, which we don't have a lot of. It's the single medal we have the fewest of. That's pretty disappointing. I mean, I'll be over it very soon, but a little bit crushed right now. That's okay. Let's take my frustrations out with the I-215. Excellent plane to exert vengeance on your enemies. Of course, it has weaknesses. It's not very fast. 974 boost speed. The cruise speed is very low at 554, so you're using a lot of boost to get up to max speed. It's maybe not as bad as the Jawa in terms of speed, but big advantage is the reach and the power of the guns. So I'd say it's probably got a similar DPS to the Jawa. We could check the Noble Q's stats sheet for that to confirm, but the one advantage it has about double the range. So that helps mitigate your lack of speed a lot. So you can hit from further out. He's a good boy. Very, very good boy. Chad. Need a de-shedding, my dude. Throwing his winter coat. Wish I could grow a winter coat instead of having to pay $400 for a decent one. I mean, if I took Rogaine, I might be able to grow one. I would not want to look at myself in the mirror, though. Oh, and we get a bot game. We scared all the humans away.
You are approaching the front line. Off we go.
Of course, there's been lots and lots of very spicy bot games, and especially in the upper tiers lately, with the AI having been given a boost. I think we're gonna go for the 80 pointer here, see if our 2FAB 250s can do enough damage that we can finish it with the guns, maybe. I don't anticipate that it will go down with just 2FAB 250s. Looks like a bot got plenty of capture points from ground targets though. Just need this ADA and we flip the sector. What are you doing, Chad? You're a little bit in the way, my dude.
A rocket has reached the target. Enemy objects damaged.
He's too close. These are not guns that do well at point blank. Let's just switch targets. Target-rich environment, which is where the I-215 really shines. Mistake on the part of the bot there, turning towards us instead of away. Already up to 340 caps, my man. So we could be earning a Lambert very shortly here. We just need one enemy aircraft kill or 2 ADAs, or a combination of ground targets would also work. There's our Lambert. Heavy after us. We're probably dying here. Yeah, not much we could have done about that. Aside from confronting it before we turned away from it, but I was thinking along the lines of getting to the next sector. Always think about your survival first. If you die, you're not going to get to the next sector. Not as fast anyway.
We have complete control of the skies. Way to go.
Looks like we're on our way to a shutout, or a clean sheet, as the Europeans would say. In French we call it a blanchissage, which is blanching maybe, or bleaching. It means what it means. Could queue up while I answer my text messages, eh? Sorry, chat. Queue up the hunter again. Hungry. Let me see if I can get a little snack. The most appropriate snack for session of World of Warplanes. Potato salad. I take the soul of my enemies, I add mayonnaise, a little bit of mustard, some peppers.
Show me what you can do, pilots. Let's roll.
Are we up against more bots? So, you know, we got two bot games in a row here. I don't think we're specifically looking to play a bunch of bot games. Not the most interesting content, so I think we're gonna go down to tier 8 after this match. We're much more likely to find humans there.
We've taken over the forward airfield. Nice work. Be advised, the enemy is concentrating forces near the airfield.
Okay, let's focus on ground targets. The enemy aircraft are unfortunately too high up for us to have any chance of getting on a somewhat effective timeline. Oh, one square left standing, and if they take it now, it's over, they get the mine. So I'll try to turn around and get it before they do. Luckily the hunter is pretty maneuverable, and we do get it with the guns. Watch that from us. We return the favor. Just need a couple more kills, or one kill in the ground turret. Well, the bots helped us. Very good. Thank you, bots. We have one bomb left. I'm just gonna reload. I'd rather start the process of getting my 2 bombs back and then keep one for an extended period of time, delaying the reload. We already have 5 ground targets, so we need 2 more for the, you know what? The achievement which shall not be spoken until it is earned. I'm not superstitious. Us Virgos do not believe in superstitions. But I am forced to reckon when something is consistently happening that there's something there. And there is a microphone attached to my computer. Wargaming can listen if they want. They have the right spyware installed. There's probably an employee paid just to watch me play to make sure that I'm being spited as much as possible. That's exactly what's going on. Convince me otherwise. Prove it's not true. The burden of proof is on you, chat. I said something outrageously unbelievable in nature. I'm gonna put the burden of proof on you. That's how internet debates work. You see? And then if you manage to disprove it, I will move the goalposts on you. Just so you know. So be prepared to prove it in 2 different manners. Doesn't look like they'll take the garrison in time for us to have a chance at our Gabreski. We can't mention it now, so we're not going to earn it anyway. There's just not enough time to get all the kills we need. We might get our 10th air kill here. Whoop, there's one lower down. 1 ground target and 1 air target short. We did earn a Lambie. No token for this one. But we get bragging rights. C'est bon les patates. Okay, well I said we were going down to a more busy here. What do we play? Any requests, tier 8, multis or GAs? Looking at the 1070 maybe the BVP 210 or the new Tempest. Let me know if you are leaning towards one of these. Seeing no suggestions, I will go into the 1070. Now we need to check our consumables, though I believe the anti-oxidizing additives are wearing out. So we're gonna switch to just regular ones. Could have equipped gold emergency engine cooling or emergency restart system. Just choosing the non-gold. Oh, there's a sale on gold ammo? I mean, we don't have nearly enough gold to take advantage of it, but they didn't say that. They said 30% on equipment. That's not equipment. I mean, it's the technical definition of equipment, but
It's consumables. Equipment is a different category. A little bit confused by that. Much sodium. Oh, I did an exam earlier and I forgot to update my list of evaluations here. Let's see. So far this semester, I've handed in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 evaluations of some sort, either papers or exams, and I have 1, 12 left. Almost halfway. I want to hand in on Sunday, so once that's done, I'll be exactly it. That's encouraging because can't wait for the session to be over. Taking 3 courses for the first time. It's a lot when you work and have volunteer commitments and hobbies that require some time too. I think I might be taking a break next session. We're only taking 1. I've got Otejas on the other side, and Ra in the Yak 15. Only human player. It's not a bad match for us, except when the 5 garrison map, which requires speed, and we're already in the red speed at just under 600 kilometers an hour, as you can see. That is not very good for tier 8. This plane has other qualities though, but being a speedster is certainly not one of them. I think this is likely a defeat for us actually, just because of that factor. Yak 15 is pretty speedy. It's going to get from one sector to another quickly. It looks like there's already a bot carry forming for the other team actually. Let's see if we can beat the odds here. There's a 15 right behind us here. We'll do the trick. Oh, we did not take the 30 with 1 bomb, unfortunately. That is delaying us taking the sector by Precious seconds. How unfortunate. And we finally have 2 sectors to their 1. About time. We have some ground to make up here. And no boost left. I think we're just gonna head to the next sector at cruise speed and let it reload in advance of the next sector we're gonna play. After this one. Okay, maybe a little bit of boost just to finish. And our bots capped the sector, but so did theirs. 3-2 now. And it's 4-1. Well, the bot carry that started for the other team seems like it's happening for us now. Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing about the bots being better for one team than the other. It can all end and flip on its head at any moment's notice. You can never assume that because the opponent is getting bot carried that will continue, or vice versa. Very fickle performance, these bots. And Otajas gets the kill. We were very low health. So was he though. I was hoping to get him with the turret. Survive to post-score caps at the other sector, possibly flip it if we're lucky. But that did not happen. And we scored the assist on Otas. Skilled by the XP72. And the bots take a 3rd sector for us. Yeah, if that's not a bot carry, I don't know what is. We're playing slightly better than the opponents, having 2 chevrons to their none, but definitely not good enough that we should be leading by 5 sectors to none. Bots are making most of the difference here. And here he is coming towards us. He's smart, he's gonna get out of our line of fire. Yes, there we are. He's a veteran player, I recognize him. He knows what he's doing. Just hoping we can damage him as much as possible. Game over anyway. I will put the rest of this maybe mediocre potato salad in the fridge. I mean, it served its purpose. I'm no longer digesting my own internal organs out of hunger. So it worked, I suppose. How's the speed on the Mark V here? It's pretty good. Not top of the class or anything, but maybe we give it a spin. No ordnance, that means the javelin pilot is going in. We're well stocked on everything here. They're not interested in paying full price 25 gold for one lousy consumable. And I'm back. Right for the start of the match.
Show me what you can do,
Oh, we have a BSSF player, Richard, in the HO229. Flanked by General Rainy Warrior, I think it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. And JG Galindo on our team. We're up tiered. That's the good news. Very similar team compositions. We're in a multi-role, but it basically acts like a fighter having a lot of maneuverability and no ordnance. It's just that given the caliber of weapons and the style of airframe, it's classified as a multi-role. But just as easily being a light fighter. Oh, and they take 2 sectors very quickly.
Bomber squadron detected. Engage them immediately.
To our command center. We can't flip it soon enough. Oh, luckily the ADAs spawn right side of the sector that we're entering from. That's a form of luck right there. One that may not be acknowledged often. I don't know why we have a pneumatic assist on this, it's really not needed. Okay, so we're looking for 4 15 points. Might take a while to get, honestly. Guns are not very efficient at taking ground targets. We only have 35 points left, that's why I'm shooting down the low altitude anti-air guns. No crashing, thank you. We're down to 17, we need 3 more ground targets. They finally got us. Hey Chad, you're behind my chair, man. I can't pet you like that. You know that. Okay, we'll just go back to the command center. As you can see, the ADAs are starting to respawn, so it'll be a lot easier to take now. Except we had a bot die in there just now. Is starting to feel like somewhat of a programmed loss. Maybe not exactly a programmed loss, but a match where the odds are against us. I mean, we just had a bot carry on our side previous match, so not that we have more chances of getting the opposite result in the game immediately after, but kind of does make sense if the bot carry is followed by a bot carry for the other team. A little bit of gambler's fallacy for you there, but and we have 3 sectors. 2 of them are at severe risk of flipping soon, though. So this is definitely not as good a situation as it looks, and before I'm even done my sentence, our command center flips. So will our airbase. Here we go. Yeah, feels like a match we cannot win so far. Chad, not right now, please. Yeah, stay on the side there. Good boy. Oh, the K6 is faster than us. We have to turn around, try to confront him. There's no choice. Yeah, we didn't have much of a chance in this dogfight. Wasting precious seconds. Preventing us from getting a third sector, but the rest of the team gets the airbase, so that's good. Do we head for the command center or the airbase? We've got about 3 blues heading to each of the sectors, so it's really down to what sector we prefer. I think I'd rather put attack flights in the air, if I could, than get the advantages of a second airbase, which are basically not many. It's an extra spawn point, that's about it. As long as you have one airbase, you don't need the second one, really. Could have considered a change of plane here in this situation too, but I'm happy with my Tempest. Well, not so much right now. So it can't hit point blank, apparently. And wing-mounted weapons. So we have to try to aim a little askew in this situation, but even then, as you can see, this is bullshit, man. Come on. Alright, thank you. Let's go, turn. Turn, turn. Yes, you're gonna turn. Turn, baby, turn. Disco Inferno. And that was the singing for today. Once a stream, I must sing. It is mandatory. That's probably why I don't have as big a following as some other streamers. It certainly does explain things. You hear the Noble Q or Postal Monkey sing on their stream? I don't think you do. Lessons to be learned there. Lessons for somebody else. I don't listen though.
Enemy bombers inbound. Don't let them reach their target.
So it is not a lesson I am interested in learning. I would rather sing to 4 people than not sing to 20. Put it that way. Oh, come on. That's what I've been saying all match. I know. No, we're not hitting, man. Like, my bullets are going through the graphic of the plane. It's visually hitting. But the bullets are... Ah, my god, this was really frustrating. I'm not gonna lie. 570 caps. Only 3 sectors for 570 caps. That means that it took huge efforts to flip sectors, like much more than usual. With 570 caps, usually you'd have at least 5 sectors flipped. So yeah, the algorithm was angry at us in this match. So, we had the odds a little bit stacked against us. Well, we did what we could. We did get 13 kills, 2 ground targets in the end. Very respectable amount of capture points. What else can you do?
You've done what you could. Go back to base.
Well, that's 2 defeats in an hour, 24 minutes. That's a lot more than usual, but it's not tragic or anything. Plus, with the amount of games we have played lifetime, not gonna affect our win rate much. We started at 7401, and we're still at 7401. So it is not time to panic yet. Maybe we pick a better choice for the next few matches if we're willing to play here. The Tempest Mark V is I don't like planes like that. I have a very high caliber, and there's a lot of random number generator shenanigans going, and whether you hit or not. You can see that your line of fire is precise. You should be hitting the plane, but somehow the dispersion decides that you're missing, even though you're shooting at the right spot to hit. Sometimes it's just how it goes. And it's a lot of variance from one high caliber single shot type of plane to another. Like the HO-229 is a lot more reliable as far as that goes. I can think of also like the Jawa, pretty reliable as far as hitting. And then you have planes like the Experimental Zero in Tier 5, the Tempest, and others that seems to be up to the wargaming gods and not to how well you're aiming, whether you hit or not, especially at point blank. I think the difference is being nose mounted versus wing mounted.
Attention, you are entering the combat zone.
Oh man,
Get ready for
I
battle.
touched my nose after petting Chad. That is a bad idea. Oh, we have Boo Boo Revenge. Bubba versus Boo Boo. Oh, he's in our favorite victim, the Pancake. That should be interesting. We got Point Spinata and Platz 27, both in the ME-329. One is specialized, the other one isn't. We have Hooligan Punk and Polly Pockets on our side in the P-61 and the B-29C respectively. We have a massive composition advantage in this match. There is no excuse to lose this match. Hot carry or not, we should have enough of a compositional advantage to overcome any sort of algorithm variance, but the most extreme of them. I barely pressed the key too. I hesitated and I half decided not to shoot the rockets, but my finger had already moved. Yay! Oh, I tried to get out of the line of fire once I realized what was shooting at me, but you were too committed. Okay, 39 seconds before we get our rockets back. Right, 4 sectors, but 2 of them are in danger. Once again, not as good a situation as it looks. And here we go, it's starting to materialize now. They've capped the sector, it's only 3-2 now. If you don't do something soon, it'll be 3-2 for them. So I think we wait around the garrison here, only 15 seconds before it unlocks. It'll take longer than that to make it to the airbase. Not only that, but the airbase requires more capture points. So this is clearly the path of least resistance. Have a chance to kill our mortal enemy, the Pancake. I have the same kind of relationship with the Pancake that Mr. Bean has with the 3-wheeled car. namely, if I see it, I must fuck with it. Okay, there's already Bot going and SU9 going after that beam in GA. We'll hope that he does the work and just carry on capping here. We got a pretty comfortable lead. Yeah, we got our third rocket kill, but I think we got one in the previous sortie, so we need another one for the little death, unfortunately. Oh, that was pretty close. But we have to wait for a reload. They are putting the pressure on, let me tell you. They're capping those sectors pretty quick. We're in the lead, but it's pretty tenuous. You have to keep the pressure on here. I don't know what this ME3210, maybe he's respawning, that makes sense, he's full health. I'm gonna say I don't know what he's doing in the red airbase. Maybe he went for a heal or a respawn.
Our airfield is under enemy control. We need to retake the initiative.
And we take back the sector's lead after giving it away for a few seconds. How far are we from spawn line? A minute 45 still. I thought we were further in this match than that. On the sector anymore. And the kill got stolen from us anyway, so that was another waste of time. And we're up 4 sectors to 1 somehow. Alright, something died in here to save the sector from flipping. This is the perfect storm of bullshit right now. I can see the bullshit loss coming, possibly.
There's no way to break through you now. You're on your own.
Can we overcome the bullshit? Having this garrison here would be a good step towards that. So they're gonna cap our airbase. It's gonna significantly increase the amount of bullshit. I wonder if we just keep 2 sectors for the rest of the match, if that's gonna be enough to win it. We're only 90 points ahead now. I think it would be. Focusing on trying to play well, not doing math, so it's only an estimate. But since I'm not sure, I'll still try to take a 3rd sector here, obviously. Nice. Ooh.
we're gonna get another kill on the three-wheeled car. Nice. And we score the ace to cap it off, and we're down to 2 sectors again. They have capped fiercely, the other team. Yeah, look at the specialized ME329 score. Curious to see how many sectors he capped just by himself. We now have enough that if we keep 2 sectors, they won't be able to catch up. We also have to be mindful of how many players are left on our team. I think we're not the only human left, thankfully, so we have a bit of margin of error. And we hit this multi-roll right in the face with the rockets. Only took half his health somehow. And we earned a Golubev along with our win, 24 kills, 8 sectors it took to win this match by a mere 26 points. That's how close this was. So we have, I think, a Pentacrown here. We have the Lambert, Winged Legend, Golubev, Ace, and Marseille for a 5-token match. If we had not earned any of these medals before we did, but we should still be getting one for the Ace, the Golubev, and the Marseille. Anything less would have been a defeat here, I have a feeling. Maybe yeah, give me a sec here. I want to save this match to do commentary and add it to YouTube, so let's have a look at the team score here. Well, all 3 players did really good on our team. Only one of them got above 10,000 on the other team, and, you know, to be fair, they were almost at 10,000, the other 2. But this what made the difference here. These 2 players scoring significantly less than our second and third players. Other than that, looks like their bots were slightly, well, quite a bit better, so that might have helped keep things close the way it did. Yeah, he got 6 sectors with his 19,000 points. That's got 4. Boo got 4, so that's 14 collectively. And we got 13 plus 3, 16 collectively, so that's 2 more. And as far as the bots, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, and their bots got 2, 4, 5, 7, 10, 13. Wow, one bot got 5, 18, and 22. So clearly the bots a big factor into why it was so close. Not to take anything away from their best player there. He had a killer game, best score on either team. But that should not be enough in theory to win a match when the opponent has 3 players around 15,000 points. So that's the one we want to keep. Put in this folder, and we'll come back to it later. Okay. We finished different routes, so we can go in period 2 now. Maybe the tornado. And how are we doing on the weekend missions? At 9 out of 10. And a little bit more than 2/3 of the way in above and below. Let me review the consumables quick. 402 left, that's plenty. Those are non-gold, we don't care. Good. Yeah, I put my YouTube channel in the chat here in case anybody wants to check it out if you haven't been there already. Same as my Twitch, really. Oops. Should be a dot before the com. Can't type, Jesus. Let's make sure that's correct, actually. Yeah. Machine Ace, our only opponent in the Corsair at 4U1. That's what I have Mary trained for right now, the F4U1 one. I barely ever played. I should probably retrain her for a more frequent flyer. There's a little bit of a bug affecting multiple planes, including most tier 6s, where the emblems and nose art and the clan icon just don't show. A little bit strange. Fixed something, broke something else, I imagine. The Subjugator Award. Yeah, ADA is a little bit higher up than we would want them. Be hard to climb up to that altitude, but taking a significant amount of time to do it. Really, our teammate gets one of them, and we're now almost in range of the other. But we're stalled, of course, just as we get there. All important military bases are ours, despite being 6 points behind. And like our situation, they're gonna get a third sector, it looks like, though. Gonna have to cap something pretty quick if we don't want them to grow their lead too much. And I'm not turning around to chase after a GA, but, you know, we did cause as much damage as we could without slowing ourselves down too much. I was gonna start with ground targets, but the ADAs are in a favorable position, so let's adapt to the circumstances. Nice. Oh no, 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 no. And we're looking for 20 points. Should do it. Thank you.
Adeline. I really want this Chad. Do, 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 do. Chad. Do, 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 do. He doesn't do dishes. He messes up my room. Chad. Do, 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 do.
A rocket has reached the target. Enemy objects damaged.
Oh, Machine Ace is there. Get a chance to maybe get a kill on the other human. The only other human on the enemy team. Forcing him to respawn in a situation where his team is down 4 sectors to 1. Excellent. That brings us that much closer to the win. It looks like they're going strong against the garrison here in the top right corner of the map. So we'll probably go down 3 sectors to 2 unless we can take this airbase. And the added bonus of taking the airbase is we might get superiority for a little while if we take it before they get the garrison. It looks increasingly less likely. So, oops. Have to be aware of the human respawning in our face here too. I think he just did. No, that's a bot. Oh. One more kill needed.
The airfields are ours. We've got the enemy contained.
Another Lambert. It's festival in Lamberts today. I mean, it makes sense. We're doing a mission where we need to fly multi-roles and GAs, and we're mostly flying multi-roles. We've earned it in some, what about, let's say maybe 30% of our matches, which is an excellent ratio.
Be advised, a line of thunderstorms is approaching. We'll soon be unable to provide support. Do you copy? Over.
Strange, our counter only lists 380 caps, so something must have not been counted properly. Because as you know, we need 400 for a Lambert.
Victory is in sight. Keep it up.
And we save the military base. We can, and we get a Hero of the Skies badge in doing so.
That's it. There's no way to break through for you now. You're on your own.
You're on your own. Once again, a good number of sectors captured with 5. All important stat. I would say you probably win at least 80% of the games, if not 90, where you cap 5 sectors or more. Actually might be an interesting statistic to keep track of for a little while. That's my next scientific experiment.
Great job today.
It's over.
We'll be waiting for you back
Got a
home.
McCampbell and a Lambert. McCambert. Yeah, maybe that's a good idea to start that that little experiment. Start a page here. We were up tier, so T6 up. 5 in. Solo, actually. Captured. Keep separate stats for when you flight it versus solo, because that's gonna skew your stats, obviously. EA5 is a plane that we had acquired and maximized for a clan versus clan battle we did like some years ago against what's the name of that clan again? Drawing a blank. Let me look at my list. CWM, that's it. And window lickers. My bad. And window makers. And it worked out pretty good. Our A5 certainly did the job. And it's been on our regular rotation ever since. A Voodoo and my Wizard Raptor on. Oh, Stankra, Mr. H coaching, Agenskjold, and Sergeant Zach. Our own clan, we've got Flurkin, Jagpit, and Stone. Answering present. Manama, NAKSSS is active, and Yangatan, and Saber Sun. And we don't have time to look at the rest, but that's okay.
You are approaching the
We're
area
just
of
creeping.
combat operations. Be ready.
Oh, I know this guy. He's a fellow streamer out of Quebec. Worpis 63 and the XP 55. I think he goes by Scorpio with a K on Twitch or something like that.
Show me what you can do, pilots. Let's roll.
We are up to this match, yes. That's important to determine how many bombs to drop. Not a great drop. We did take the ground target anyway. Good. Feared these bombs don't have a great blast radius. They're little SD50s of all things. So getting a 20-pointer with two armored sections apart, like the one we just did, is pretty challenging.
The military base is ours.
Alright, we get the first military base, so we're the first ones to get capture points passively. I would not suggest ramming people in the XP55. Not good for your health. May result in broken bones.
Our military base is launching strikes on the enemy. This will make things easier for you.
May result in serious injury or death. Look at firepower melting those ADAs. Oh, and he's coming back for more. Was nice enough to wish him good luck and everything, and he seems he didn't like that. Is he a little mad? Maybe it's just a coincidence. I gotta wonder why he didn't, yeah, actually, the way the sectors are right now, that was pretty much his best option to come to the garrison, so I go ahead and assume it's not personal. When you just kill the player, they respawn and come to you immediately, and it's a little sus sometimes. You will understand why I might have felt that it was personal. Luckily, when the guns overheat on this aircraft, it still remains, still keeps a pretty high DPS for a while. So you can spray an extended period of time. Oh! Started climbing a little too late. You were pretty aggressive getting that ground target, so... Took chances and paid the price. Can't always win when you gamble. We got very close to making a mistake with the Tempest earlier a few times, so the odds catching up with us here. What are we doing with Squall Line? Another 2 minutes and a half left. Plenty of match left before we get to Squall Line. They took a sector in the meantime, so it's still 2-2. And our help was not needed here, but we can stick around and defend it. Did count for a sector captured because we got capture points on it before crashing. So even though we were long dead after, before the sector flipped, we still got credited for it. You don't have to be alive for a sector you've damaged to flip and count towards your total count of captured sectors. Yeah, we didn't need to come to this garrison because the attack, not the attack flights, but the military bases are going to get it anyway. I just kind of see a lot of reds at our military base, so I wanted to start making my way there. And there we were right to do so. Is that after Squall Line? Right before. That was a mistake, but I think he might have gotten away if we stopped shooting to wait for Squall Line. You gonna stay in the sector? Yes. And we've got the ADAs right behind us too. That's fortunate.
They're running away from us like cowards, though. Usually the heavies try to ram you more than they run away from you.
Head back
I'll
home.
give him a GG. That was 5 sectors. I'm excited to make another spreadsheet. We finished our 4 token. Inadvertently, I must say. I was not aware I was anywhere close to finishing it, but I'll take it. Okay. What do we play next? Do we want to move up to tier 7 or come down to tier 5 or maybe take Mary out in the Corsair, since we were mentioning that we don't do that enough? If you are interested in watching a multi-role play today, it's your lucky day. Is everything maximized? Crit accuracy. Ooh. I'd rather 2 crits. Yeah, what can we get first of all? 5% crit, 10% fire, 10% crit, 5% accuracy, 3% accuracy, 5% resistance to injuries. Okay, I'm not going to touch this. Only, if any, marginal improvements. Here we have wings resistance, aircraft HP, and yaw maneuverability. I think yaw maneuverability is pretty useless. I'd rather have roll. Roll twice, even better. Maybe roll, and HP. Can we get that? Roll, and wings resistance. Pretty close, but no cigar. I'll take the cruise speed. Good enough. And this needs some calibration. That will be a significant improvement to get it from 420 to 478. We get 1.5 improvement. There's a percentage on the max speed. Acceleration is also very appreciated because it obviously means that you don't have to use as much boost to get to max speed, so it makes boost management much easier, especially when you're taking a boost availability penalty. The acceleration largely offsets that. And we got some pretty lucky rolls. And I shouldn't have said that because we still need 4 points, so now it's going to take 14 rolls to get our 4 points watch. And because I said that would happen, it did not. That's how it works. I don't know why I said it. The old counter jinx technique. Engine cooldown rate, max speed, acceleration with boost. Can we do acceleration max? Can we get that? You know what? I'm happy with it. This, I expect, is probably already maxed. Cruise speed, can we get damage instead? Oh, it would be accuracy, which is for rockets that you're shooting at ground targets. Not super helpful. We'll leave it at that. This plane is considered maximized. I should really make a cheat sheet, a list of which of my planes have been completely maximized and reassembled to my liking, so I don't have to check. Every time I play a plane, I don't remember playing in a while.
You are approaching the area of combat operations. Be ready. Pilots, get ready for action. Let's go.
Alright. And millennials and their cell phones. Let me tell you. I'm almost a Generation X, so I'm allowed to hate millennials, that's fine. Listen. Don't listen to me when I say things like that, chat. It's just jokes. You know me better than that. I jest. Though it's a pretty common thing for millennials to be self-hating. We didn't have the nicest parents, some of us. Alright, almost flipped the airbase here. And it's done. We don't really need to catch a heal, we're almost full health. Let's just get to the next sector as quick as possible. And we get our first ground target of the match to hit the sector. I'm not going to insist on this GA too much. There's really not much to be gained by spending precious seconds killing him. Well, I could have now, but hindsight is 20/20, as they say. Knowing that the airbase was going to flip under my nose before I got there, I might have taken the time to turn around and finish the kill. We are underutilizing our rockets so far. It's an air target rich environment, so. Not the kind of sectors where you need ground targets. And I think it's more efficient to get air targets. You get more capture points per minute that way. Nice, we got it. That was a pretty good rocket attack. Spread it nicely. chronic cough. I wonder why he's coughing so much. Maybe he has COPD or something. I mean, you have to be high to play the IL-2, frankly. Here, rocket's coming back in a few seconds. I'm not going to be able to trigger our special skill because we're too high up. That sector flips before we can finish it anyway. Just trying to earn 4 more ground targets here. For the you know what. Fortunately, they flipped another sector, or else we would have superiority, making the achievement impossible. Wow, we got him inside the sector. That reduces the amount of ground targets we can achieve. I thought he was outside, honestly. And we just need 2 more.
Victory is in sight. Keep it up. Air supremacy achieved.
Not going to get it unless they flip this airbase immediately. Well, there's a human in there. He just needs 1 ground target, but he is in an IL-2, so...
The fort will be unable to reach you. Do you read me? Over.
Fortunately, this lag here is spoiling our plans completely. They wouldn't have flipped the sector anyway, so... no harm, no foul, but...
Great job today.
1 short.
We'll be waiting for you
Just
back
1
home.
short, and we flipped 7 sectors. I didn't even realize. Wow. We've been up tiered 3 matches in a row. That's... I mean, it's not too unusual for... Tier 6. You're up tiered more often than not in Tier 6. And you are also in Tier 7, so go figure. I don't understand that one. Well, I mean, there's a simple explanation. It's that there are more players per team on average who are up tiered than down tiered. Therefore, it's possible for 2 tiers to have conflicting percentages of up tiered versus down tiered. That's entirely possible because of that. So let's say you're up tiered 80% of the time in 4 and also 80% of the time in 5. That just means that there's a lot more up tiered players in both those tiers than down tiered players, because it's not 50-50 if you notice. It's not always the same amount of players in both tiers. I had, interestingly, I was talking about scientific studies just now. I did one a little while back. Just trying to make sure not to open my prawn folder here. Just kidding. With that. Personal files, maybe? Yeah, so let's have a quick look here. I had tracked over 1,000 matches. See how often you're down tiered versus up tiered. During that period, I got an 80.9% win rate, so that's kind of the base win rate to compare win rates to. Total up tiered about 50-50, but up tiered slightly more often than down tiered. If we go filter by tier, just to give you guys an idea, you're up tiered 42% of the time in tier 2. In tier 3, You're down tiered almost 71% of the time. That's absolutely atrocious. So tier 3, expect to be down tiered. And then in tier 4, you're also down tiered a lot, 64%, because a lot of players play tier 5. Very busy tier. And then you start being up tiered more often as you get to tier 5, 59% of the time in tier 5. In tier 6, it's 63% almost. So as you can see, that doesn't make it that unlikely you'll be up tiered 3 matches in a row. Tier 7, 50-50. Problem with tier 7 is when you are down tiered, you're down tiered to tier 8. So you're going to be playing in a prop plane against jet engines, which puts you at a bit of a disadvantage. 75% in tier 8. You can see that tier 8 is a lot more popular than tier 9. And you're up tier the majority of the time, but it's also the tier where we got the lowest win rate at 73.27 because it's a very difficult tier. Lots of good players and lots of very OP planes that you might or might not decide to play for yourself. I personally don't play the P61, so tier 8 used to be probably my most frequently played tier before the P61, and it became my least played tier once the P61 came out. Now that it's been nerfed a couple times, I'm starting to play it a bit more often. In tier 9, you're up tiered 66% of the time. Tier 9, it doesn't matter as much if you're down tiered because you're playing against 10, and 10 doesn't have upgrades for the most part. So you're not playing against up tiered opponents that have as significant a characteristics advantage on their plane. The tier 9s are a lot closer to the tier 10s than the tier 8s are closer to to the tier 9s. For example, between 7 and 8, that's even more true. 6 and 7 doesn't have that big a difference. 5 and 6 neither. Usually it's when you change periods, you get a pretty big gap. 4 to 5 is a pretty big gap. 3 to 4, not too bad. 2 to 3 is actually pretty big. I'd say average. Let's go down to 5 and play the Hurricane 2. That's a fun one. That's for my scientific study of about a year ago. We're starting a new one today. Calculating how many capture points or how many sectors we've captured and correlating that to our likelihood of winning. I expect it's going to be a pretty standard exponential curve. It also depends on foreign data. So if we get an outlier, let's say we lose a match where we cap 10 sectors, well, that's likely to be the only match where we'll cap 10 sectors in our 1,000 game sample. It's going to show that you have a 0% chance of winning if you cap 10 sectors, which is obviously incorrect. But it should give us a tendency where we can somewhat accurately compare what percentage of chance you have of winning with, let's say, 5 versus 6 sectors captured. Like, does the 6th sector captured give you an additional 10% or 20%? That's what we want to find. Okay, we have a down-tiered teammate. The other team has no down-tiered humans. What they do have, though, that puts them at a significant disadvantage is a Stuka. A piece of crap plane that should be a lot better than it is. Because it was pretty powerful in real life. And they really did not do it justice in the game, unfortunately. We have a P-36 Specialized on our side. And the other plane on the other side is a Specialized P-40. This Stuka is not even a spec, so I'm not going to be able to do much with that. That's just the reality of it. I get it's really fun to play though, so if you're not concerned about winning so much and you just want to shoot big guns and kill air targets with one shot, it's a really fun plane. almost prefer the tier 6 though. It's got the same exact problems as the tier 5, not having an ordnance. Somewhat weak turret. Not having overall enough capping potential. But it sure is fun. I'm not gonna take that away from the Stuka and its big brother. The one Stuka that is absolutely unacceptable though, no reason to play it, is the premium one. Total piece of crap. I mean, a GA that you can't take any ground targets with, that struggles to take down tents even, is useless. I don't care that it has a 1,000 bomb, a 1,000 pound bomb. In between that bomb reloading, what do? Some people would say, well, you shoot at low altitude air targets. They don't always exist. Sometimes you're just gonna be stuck there, picking your nose while you're waiting for a bomb to come back. That's only gonna get you one ground target. So you do the math how long it takes to cap a sector in those conditions, but I guarantee you that number is not acceptable. Yeah, we are struggling with our climbing ability here, which is a common thing with the Hurricane 2. If you need to get up and get high altitude ground targets in the Hurricane 2, or any of the Hurricanes, it's not a good time. You're gonna be going to the Gulag again. Because Stalin. He didn't even come to the mine. I assume this is a very new player. So I'm not gonna, you know, criticize him or like his intelligence or anything like that. He probably just doesn't know better because he's brand new. But in the Stuka, and there's a mine in the middle, there's absolutely no reason not to go right there as soon as you spawn. And you see how easy it is to kill? I'm not even up tiered on him. It's tier 5 versus tier 5, and I melted him essentially. Yes, I have 20mm cannons. They cause a lot of damage. Yeah, all kinds of problems with the Stuka. The way I evaluate planes, you know, I can do a more in-depth analysis, but if I don't want to look at stats for an hour to compare, if I don't want to do the noble Q thing, I look at it as there's three characteristics that are important. There's firepower, whether that's against air targets as an ordnance, or as a ground target killing power. So I mix all that in the same category. Then there's aircraft speed, including climbing, basically engine power. And then the third axis is maneuverability. And in order for a plane to be viable, if you're trying to win, that is, it should have 2 out of 3 of these characteristics. If it has 3 out of 3, then it's a broken plane and it should not exist as is. That's a plane that needs to be fixed by wargaming. But if it has 1 out of 3, it's a piece of crap. If it's 0 out of 3, then you're a fool to play it. Something like the DI-6i has 0 out of 3. Don't play it. Just don't. You're gonna have a bad time. It's not gonna be fun to play because you can't do anything interesting with it. You can't outturn opponents. You can't outrun them, and you can't outgun them. So how are you gonna win? So if you're faced with a plane like that, just skip it. Another famous, very bad plane is the I-1629. It has very weak guns. Okay, it has an ordnance, but you'll cap like 2 or 3 ground targets with the whole ordnance before you spent it all. And it has negative airspeed, which means that it would probably go faster if you could go in reverse, but you don't have that ability, so. It does have the maneuverability aspects. That may be 1.5 out of 3 at most. Oh, there's a bunch of chat there. I missed all that. AF-22 Hunter, hey Stitch. I don't know if you saw, buddy, but I posted a video on YouTube where I analyzed a match where you almost beat us. You came back the very last minute. It was an epic battle. So that's on my YouTube if you want to check it out. You are mentioned there, and you get a kill on me at some point, if I remember correctly. Okay, let me read this chat. It was the dive bomb variant, it would be better. Yes, and they could have worked a little whistling noise in it. That would have been pretty awesome, because it's legendary. Also, Jericho horns, yeah, that's what I'm referring to, I believe. Well, welcome aboard, Stitch, and glad you could join. Thanks for saying hello. It might be just Russ. I'm a bit slow when it comes to remembering my exact YouTube channel handle, because there used to be a number at the end and there isn't anymore, and I don't remember what I renamed it to. We'll go look it up after the match. We'll clarify. Might be just Russ. Yes, Chad. You're not dying, buddy. You'll be okay. What? Jimmy fell down the well? Yes. Chad, you should probably talk to your therapist about codependency and emotional maturity and all that. You're a little bit affective dependent on the edges. Not gonna lie, it's not healthy, buddy. Right, I have the potentially controversial opinion that the Stuka would have been better served as a slow and low multi-role fighter. Yeah, perhaps. C714 is a 0 out of 3. Well, it's got average speed. It's not disgusting speed. Let's give it a half point. And a half point maybe for the maneuverability. So it's a 1 out of 3. Yes, I am analyzing replays. I've posted 2 or 3 so far. And I've got one saved that I'll make a video out of once we're done the stream. That we played on the stream. And we got our 2 weekend boxes. Drum roll. Let's prepare sound effect. Okay. Okay. Alright. First one is Period 3 gold bombs, a period 2 strength and hard points, and 5,000 free XP. No gold, no premium.
Bruh.
Period 2 skin, a period 3 engine restart, and 25 flight instruments. Okay, that's not bad.
Lucky.
Okay, I wanted to go check my YouTube channel link. Should probably update it in my Twitch profile actually, because it's definitely updated since I last touched that. Maybe just a sec here. I hope you don't mind me doing this on stream. It's a little bit of housekeeping. But with my severity of ADHD, if you do not do things while you are immediately remembering to do them, they're just never going to get done. Oh, did the Canadians take a beating again? God damn it. What a shame. Oh yeah, I was watching a video about what happens to your body if you do meth. Interesting. As you can see, I made it 5 seconds in. Yeah, it's at Bob Ross TV. Why? Oh, I gotta put the ad sign. That's what the problem is. Okay. I'm a noob at YouTube, as you can see. That should work better. Darker outside. Giving me the shine. And what did I want to do too? I wanted to update Twitch profile. How do you do that? That's YouTube actually. I know the difference. So I go to channel, I think. We're already a channel. And it's somewhere here, isn't it? Right here? No. Edit panels, maybe. No. It's in my about. Why is this so difficult? Creator dashboard, maybe? No. Okay, I'm giving myself 5 seconds to figure it out, and then we're gonna do this another time. Yeah, okay. I can't figure it out. That's okay. I am forgiven. All right. Yeah. You just keep everything on your YouTube, meaning no Twitch, or meaning you have just your main account with no side channels. Because I would dox myself if you saw my real account. It's my real name. Unfortunately, I have to have my real name tied to my Google account for reasons. And yeah. I don't think it would be a big deal if you knew my real name, because like, what are you going to do with that information? But I'd just rather be on the safe side. We were going to Twitch, not YouTube. What am I doing? You said edit panels? Yeah, the about section is not part of the panels. It's here. I have to edit. And I don't know where to go to edit that. Not here. If I click on my icon here, haha! Aha! Figured it out. Who said I'm slow? You just do YouTube, yeah. Ah, yes, that makes sense. Yeah, I have multiple channels, well, two on my main Google, and then I have other Google accounts, of course. I've got 6 or 7. A couple for my union, one for my music. Yeah. Have many identities. Alright, what are we gonna play next? We're still on different routes. We're not even halfway through. Maybe we go to 7, because you do earn more base XP in 7 than you do in 5. Every tier earns a little more. I believe there's a multiplier or something. You've got your base score, and then it's got a tier multiplier, and that gives you the base XP, and then the bonuses on top of that. I joined and you were talking about gathering data. Yeah, I'm gathering. I forgot to do the previous match actually. I am starting a little scientific study. We're gonna do 1,000 games. We are trying to figure out how much each sector you cap gives you in terms of percentage chance of winning. So how many games will you win on average if you cap 1 sector, 2 sectors, 3 sectors, 4, 5, 6, 7? Yeah, just a little idea that came to me as we were streaming here. I got 3 this time and I won, and I was up tiered. Okay, that's not a lot, but I think we played defense a little bit too, so that's the limitations of the data, of the results of the study. It's not going to show you, you know, the effect of defense. It's strictly factoring in offense. So maybe we do a concurrent study or a subsequent study where we correlate the amount of defensive kills to the win rate. My feeling is that the defensive kills are going to be way less correlated to win rate than the amount of sectors captured, but that's my hypothesis. I guess it's left to be verified. Yeah, well, I mean, these days the bots do, and it's a percentage, right? It's impossible to determine what percentage is exactly, because you can look at stats that don't tell you the whole picture. But that's the point. Even if you look at 6 data points and none of them give you the whole picture, those 6 data points together don't give you a whole picture either. But you can infer, if the bots on the other side captured a total of 14 sectors collectively and yours only capped 8, that probably the bots on the other side, especially if they have more chevrons and more personal points, that they somewhat carried their team. At least they played better than the bots on your own team. But to what extent that influenced the outcome of the match is hard to tell. Sometimes there are like atrocious outliers where it's very clear that the bots carried one team. And you can infer that it would have been impossible for the losing team to win, even if they had played better. Most games, though, it's you know, a relatively small percentage. Even if we don't know what that percentage is, that the bots influence the outcome by. I would say the humans still matter more than the bots, but there are more and more matches where the bots have more of an influence than humans, in my opinion. Alright, so we have a 3-on-3 here. There's only 1 tier 7 per match. So there are a total of 4 tier 6s and 2 tier 7s. On our team we have Jones Fellow and a Spitfire 5 and the XP55 piloted by Sesentao. The other team is Heatnix and the 55, Bad Dog 1955 in the 109F, and Wolf 58 in the IL-10. That's the presentation of the teams. Putting it on the late a little bit here, so I'm costing myself some efficiency. Not optimal. That's okay. Once again, I forgive myself. Life is easier when you forgive yourself. Not too much though. Just a little. Because everybody deserves a friend. If you're not your own friend, who's going to be your friend then? There has to be at least one Bob Rossism per stream. Katori, you already got the singing earlier. Now it's time for the Bob Ross quotes. Filling out your bingo cards. Oh, there's a lot of reds coming our way. Maybe we should use the more powerful forward firing weapons. Like so.
Just a little, don't overdo.
Exactly. Yes, correct. You'd rather keep a mine and let the opponent take an airfield. If you know for a fact that leaving the mine so you get the airfield will cost you the mine, you should start the mine. But the thing is, you never know that in advance. And sometimes you're in a game situation where the mine alone is not going to be enough to win you the match, so you have to take a chance and leave defending it to attempt to capture a lesser sector. Just because that's how the math works. Generally speaking, yes. In most game situations, you would rather defend a mine than attack an airfield. It's again very situational. Can't make broad, all-encompassing statements in this game. It's a very situational kind of deal where it depends. The answer is always it depends. I think I'm gonna go Aloha Snack Bar here. I don't really want to go attack a command center with 150 hit points. Something I try to do not too often, but I'm in a very desperate situation here. I will not shy away from doing the Aloha Snack Bar if it means preventing a defeat. I won't do it in a match where I'm in the lead, usually. But yeah. Last resort kind of thing. I know some players have views on that being unethical or whatever. I disagree. That being said, my opinion is not the gospel, the truth, and the only valid view. So I try to factor in the fact that, you know, most people feel that way about it. Not that I'm never going to do it, because some people don't like it. But I'll try to do it at a minimum. I think that's fair. Especially if I feel that the match is a little bit, I don't like the word rigged, but I feel like the algorithm is favoring the other team, just because that's how the numbers in the RNG happen to fall. Then I'm more inclined to do it. And this is one of those matches, clearly. Like, look at their scores versus our scores and explain to me how they have 3 sectors. The fact that their best player is a bot would give you a clue. Two, I try to only do it when I'm on low health and it's about to be squalling. Yeah. Especially in a very close match, if you're against opponents that are better than you, like, use every trick in the book by all means. Like, don't hold back. Don't go using, like, I call it a cheap trick, but I don't feel that it's a cheap trick personally, but just for the sake of the argument. Don't go using cheap tricks against noobs. You know, that's not good for the game overall. You're basically convincing people to uninstall the game. It's nothing good for our gaming ecosystem. I see a loss coming here. There's not much I can do more than I'm already doing. I try to turn things around. Bottom line is we need to keep our sectors a little bit longer, and it's just not happening. We have a J4M after us to make matters worse. He is staying in front of our line of fire. And we're generating a lot of attack flights all of a sudden. Good. Aloha Snack Bar one more time. Hello, Marsh SFB. How's it going? They're probably going to take our command center, and that's going to be a game. If they do. There is a GA there we could kill for our defensive points to try to keep it, but I don't think we'll get there in time. Still 5 whole bombers in that attack flight. That's not good.
We cannot support you any longer. The storm is
We are going to
still
get the IL-10 inside the sector. That might help. It depends how many ground targets are still up, how damaged they are. Really, the impact of the attack flight can vary depending on those factors. So let's see if they flip it or not. Can we get one before they drop their bombs? Nope, they're gonna cap this, and as a result win the match. It's gonna be our 3rd defeat of the day. Weekend mission done on EU. Nice, I just finished mine in the NA server here. Get anything good in your boxes? We got a wet sock and a used jockstrap. Come on, respawn. I'm gonna shoot things. Let's go. Should probably give the old F2 to the airfield. It's the only chance here is taking those sectors and holding on to them. Well, never mind. It's over. Hey, we tried. So that was only 2 sectors captured. No wonder we lost. With our very scientific data here. So that was 5 into 7. Are we up tiered? Yes. Been up tiered the entire time we've played period 2 so far. That's kind of lucky. Alright. So we attempted, what, 2 sectors captured that didn't work out, and that's usually enough to lose you a match. It's like a Whackavibin is messaging. Good evening, tier 8. Okay. Where are we gonna go? Tier 5. Okay, everything here is in inventory and stock. XP44. Only started playing the XP44 semi-regularly 2 months ago. I've already earned several Gabreskis in it. It's just as good as the P43 basically. Alright. Thanks for the look. Hope you enjoy the content. Yeah, folks, if you want to give a follow to Marsh SFB, he streams, I believe, in Deutsch. Ich nein spreche Deutsch. I do not speak very good German, but I understand better than I speak it. Of course, I know one thing in German, and that is, well, I'll just let the original character say it.
Nein, 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 nein!
My best in English, good, good. Yeah, bilingual streams are where it's at. Je parle français. C'est ma langue maternelle, en fait. But yeah, I can get around in Spanish a little bit. I know a few sentences in Russian.
You are entering the combat zone. Get ready for battle. Good luck.
Papa, éteignez my motor. Dad, this is not my motor. It's a practical thing to know how to say in Russia, apparently. Lots of dads come home with engines you're not sure where they took. Is Nevitsia Gdzie Odzersk? This is the equivalent of... I'm sorry, where is Area 51. Well, everyone knows where Area 51 is, but I think Odzevsk is a secret base that nobody knows the location of except the people who are there. And if you were to reveal its location, you would probably end up somewhere in Siberia. And not by choice. Oh, it's a funny joke. I have actually a list of, because there's a lot of angry Russians who play this game, if you haven't noticed. And, like, God bless the ones who aren't nice people, but there's quite a bit who are often a little bit verbal, let's call it that way. So I have a list of sentences ready that I can go copy-paste on a Word document. Just things to say to them to watch their heads explode. Nothing bad. Just, you know, things like, I need an adult. They say very, you know, filthy things. You can use that one. Been listening to more languages in the past few months. I've been plugged into the Worldplanes creator sphere than I ever did in high school. Cool. Yeah, linguistics is really interesting. Obviously, I'm biased, studying linguistics myself, taking a bachelor's in translation that I'm almost halfway through at this point. Starting to see a time when I might actually finish a degree. I did, you know, 2/3 of a social work degree. I didn't finish. I was planning on going back. I never did. But yeah, this one I'm pretty hell-bent on finishing. Homeopath here is shooting diluted bullets at us, but they hurt more because they're diluted. Mostly water, but very, very hurty water. You ever seen the skit, Homeopathic Hospital Chat? Maybe we watch that after, just for fun. I think he missed the opportunity to do like a little pun, like homeopath. Something like that. Disappointing. I don't know why I'm heading for the garrison here. I should be going to the military base. I think it's because the garrison is the path of least resistance. There's too many reds at the military base. I'm concerned that we're gonna get killed before even getting to it. We are behind by 12 points, which not a whole lot, granted, but we're about to lose our garrison, possibly. We need to cap this garrison before we lose ours. Very important. If we're gonna catch up on score, and we fail to. Now we're still playing catch up. Oh, military base about to get the sector. Reload the bombs with a 42-second reload. Okay, Aloha Snagbar. We are behind by 24 points. I think it's allowed. I've done it more today than I've done probably in the last month. I've done it more in the last 2 matches than I've done it in the last month. I hope you'll indulge me. Don't judge me, I just want to win really, really bad. Already lost 3 today. I have to win a lot of matches in a row to make up for that. If it's not going to impact my 7 days and 4 weeks win rates too much. That's okay, it was good content. We had fun. That's what matters. I'm actually thinking of starting an alt account just to have an account I focus more on win rate for, where I don't play solo and I pick my matches and my planes very, very carefully. Never making any suboptimal decisions, and then I can use this more mature account as my fun streaming account that we do experiments on and play silly planes and spin the wheel of torture. Maybe we do that actually. I think I've only got maybe a couple more matches left in me. Maybe we spin the wheel for the next 2 matches. That might be fun, right? I mean, Twitch does not allow self-harm though, so I don't know if it's against TOS. Promise me you won't report me, chat.
The military base has been captured by the enemy. Shape up, pilots.
Oh, we're getting outscored by most of the other players here.
Hang in there. You'll soon be cut
Not
off from
our
support.
finest hour.
Support will not be available.
Yeah, we're down tiered, I had a feeling. Well, we still have a chance of coming back. We'll get this military base as quickly as possible. I chose this ADA instead of the other one because if I had chosen the other one, I was giving a free shot. I was vulnerable to this one. If you're wondering why. I'm vulnerable to the ADA right now because I'm choosing GA, but it's leaving the sector and I want to get him before he's out. I'm taking a chance. And we fail by 5 hit points. Ay, 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 ay. Everything went wrong in this match. Why am I not hitting? What? There we go, we have 2 lovely military bases, but I think it's too little too late. We would have to flip those garrisons very quickly. Match is gonna be over before we make it to the other side, I'm afraid. And we have him freaking heavy on our tail. Use the mountain to try to hide from his line of fire. I don't have time to turn around and deal with him. Ah, we were just about to turn the corner. It's not gonna affect the outcome of the match, I'm afraid.
What you could. Go back to base.
So we capped 3 sectors and lost. Alright, 2 losses in a row, 4th loss of the day. That's pretty atrocious. Not a big fan of the XP54 or most of the Republic line in general. Well, yeah, I don't play a lot of other ones. I don't play the Thunderbirds or whatever they're called. Don't like the F-84F, the F-84B. They don't handle well. But I do play the P-43 and the XP-44. I'm not sure about the XP-44 anymore. I just playing it less than I used to because I got bad results in it, frankly. And that just got confirmed again. The P-40N is the same style of aircraft, but it's way easier to handle. I think we have exact opposite opinions. Wouldn't be the first time. Okay. Let's show you this funny video here. Forget. There it is.
What have we got?
RTA, broken arm, suspected internal injuries, severe contusions to the
Still
head.
working?
Okay, let's move fast.
Okay, let me fix my capture here. It's a different scene for the browser, and I need to reload the screen capture apparently. That should do it. I don't know why my OBS does that. Software and hardware too does things for me that it does for nobody else.
What have we got?
RTA, broken arm, suspected internal injuries, severe contusions to the head.
Okay, let's move fast. Put me a solution of Arnica Montana. Stat.
Strength?
1 part in a million.
You sure? It looks serious.
You're right. We need to strengthen the dose. 1 part in 10 million.
On it, Doctor.
Here you've got a tricky one.
Nothing we can't handle. Get me some Wolfsbane, also known as monk's hood, in here. And a whole tray of flower remedies.
Whoa, his chakras are fading. You're gonna need some crystals.
Nurse, fetch me some purple tinted quartz. Damn it, you're right. Make that aquamarine quartz.
Good call.
Okay, he's stabilizing. Now, does anybody know what sort of car hit him?
The Blue Fort Mondeo, apparently.
Right, get me a bit of Blue Fort Mondeo, put it in water, shake it, dilute it, shake it again, dilute it again, do some more shaking, dilute it some more, and then put 3 drops on his tongue. If that doesn't cure him, I don't know what will.
You should have a look at this, Simon.
What is it?
Don't think this poor chap's got long to live.
Why not?
His lifeline, very short. But his horoscope's not too clever either. Sagittarius. Brace yourself for a surprise. Things are about to change for you.
Certainly are, unless... Wait.
What?
We could try drawing a bit more lifeline on with biro.
It'll never work.
You got a better idea? Let's see what happens. Damn it. Time of death, 3:34. Ish.
Tough day, eh?
I just can't stand losing them.
It happens.
I don't know. Sometimes I think a trace solution of deadly nightshade or a statistically negligible quantity of arsenic just isn't enough.
That's crazy talk, Simon. Okay, so you kill the odd patient with cancer or heart disease, or bronchitis, flu, chickenpox, or measles. But when someone comes in with a vague sense of unease, or a touch of the nerves, or even just more money than sense, you'll be there for them. Bottle of basically just water in one hand, and a huge invoice in the other.
I suppose you're right.
Now, another drink.
I need one.
Excuse me. 2 more homeopathic lagers, please.
Whoa, that's strong stuff.
There you go. That was the homeopathic hospital skit. Hope you enjoyed it. Ow, Chad, dude, you don't get to lie down on my keyboard and then scratch my hand because I'm trying to push you. Dude, come on. Alright. Sorry about that. Yes, we were gonna do the wheel, right? How did I hit chatting? What's going on here? Alright, is that where my wheel is? No, it's under Twitch. I don't spin the wheel when I'm not streaming, just so you know. 313 entries, does that match our amount? Yes, that means it's complete. RB17! Woohoo!
Lucky.
Very rare that I get one of my favorited planes spinning the wheel, and yeah, I have a lot of favorited planes, so it's kind of odd that doesn't give it to me, doesn't give them to me more often. Let's see how many.
I could just here to get all of them actually. And favorites, 97 out of 313. Oh, a little bit less than 1/3 chance, and I get them about 10% of the time, so. Granted, I don't have a big sample size here. Alright, let's try not to suck this time. Chad lays on my handkerchief. And it's the handkerchief I use ironically to
The area of combat operations.
wipe my nose, and then there's this fur on it, so I'm putting allergens into my nose, trying to deal with the effects of the allergies. It's a vicious circle of histamine response. Yeah, but that's basically rigging it. You can't do that.
Pilots, get ready for action. Let's go.
When they draw the Supermax, do they have the balls they like in one rolly ball picker machine thing? No, they all have them all in the same, of course. Otherwise it wouldn't be fair. It's very scientific what we're doing. We care about the integrity of the wheel here. Alright, hopefully the bots can finish this garrison. Yes, they do. But you have to get the 2 garrisons before the enemy gets the command center and the air base on this map, otherwise you're in big trouble. And when you start on the testicle part of the anatomical shape, you want to try to sneak by the enemy and make it to the command center like this. That's your ticket to a win. It's a map that has a very different approach depending on which side you're on. I do not like asymmetrical maps personally. Another map with a command center on one side and a mine on the other, and gives a significant advantage to the team that starts with mine, in my opinion. Be interested to see stats, which Wargaming probably has, about which side wins the most often on these asymmetrical maps. There used to be this map that was in the island landscape, like Pacific Islands it looked like, and there was one spawn point had a command center next to it, and then the other spawn point had a garrison on one side and an airfield on the other. So your game, when you had the command center, was you had to try to get across the middle without wasting too much time fighting enemies who are also trying to get across the middle in the other direction, and cap either the airfield or the garrison. If you cap the airfield, you win business, because then you can respawn there, obviously, and bypass the whole death spiral in the middle. It was a really bad map. It was really not fun to play because ended up fighting enemies outside sectors for most of the match. And it gave, you know, three sector maps in general are too variance prone because it's so easy to get superiority. Yeah, it makes it so that there's a lot of blowouts, and especially a 3-sector map that has a mine. Don't get me started on those. They should scale the amount of the bonus or the mine to the total points you need to win a match, right? That would make sense. If it's 80 points in a match where you need 800 points to win, then it should be 60 points in a 4-sector map and 40 points in a 3-sector map. But that's not how it works. It just ends up making it so that games have more chance involved in skill. And that might be the intention, actually. Think about it from Wargaming's perspective. They don't want it to be too skilled based, because then that means if you're a beginning player or a weaker player, you're never going to win, essentially, and you're not going to stick around. And the truth is, most people are either new or a little bit lower skilled by definition, right? You can only have, the skill is relative, so you can only have so many people in the top 10%. Everybody else is in the bottom 90. By definition, it's a bell curve, right? So they make the game so that there is chance involved, so that even if you're not very good, you're still going to win pretty close to 50% of your matches and get the bonuses you get from winning a reasonable amount of the time. So yeah. Yes, it's a balance. If there's too much chance, then you're actually convincing the skilled players to give up, because they don't feel they can affect the outcome of the match in a sufficient amount to make the game worth playing, essentially. And I think there's lots of people who might be getting close to that breaking point these days, with how many matches are decided by bots. Yeah, we are seeing a sudden increase in the amount of new players, which is good, but we've also lost a lot of regulars. A lot of them. I would say at this point we've lost most of the regulars we had maybe even 2 years ago. There are all kinds of reasons for that. It's a very mature game that, you know, it's 11 years old at this point, and hasn't been refreshed since 2016, I think. 2.0 came out. So that's part of it too. It's not just the balance of luck versus skill. It's all kinds of factors. That's one of them, certainly. Okay, we should try to take this command center ideally, because we've only got 1 sector left. We're pretty close to our winning score, but this is a very sketchy situation to be in. Just trying to get out the sector without dying. Oof. Ah, we did not manage, but at least we died before squall line. We have a chance of securing another sector again. Might be getting superiority any second here. There are 4 reds attacking the 1 sector we have left. Hey unit, it's going pretty good in you. Nice to see ya. Oh, thank God. Okay, we've got this. I got concerned with the amount of losses we've had today. I didn't really want to lose a match I was winning. We're up-tiered. We capped 2 sectors, that's it. Still 1. And we were solo. Alright. Scientific data acquired. So the fact that we capped 2 sectors and got 545 capture points, that tells you that the sectors we did get were very hard fought for, or the sectors we failed to take, we got a lot of capture points, but something sabotaged us. So we're pretty lucky, pretty fortunate to have won this one, I would say. That's Chad. Chad, I'm just playing one more, and then we can hang out. Okay, buddy? Oh, we're lucky we didn't run into UAQ here. I was telling him, we had to tell him where we were. Unintentionally violated our agreement. What do we get this time? The F4F Wildcat? Hmm. It's not my favorites, is it? No, it's not. Oh, I have a filter on. Dumb. All the way to the end, I think. Yeah, almost the last one. Alright, so this is a rocket multi-role, if I remember correctly. Yeah. 5-inch HVARs Mark IV. Not very good. Okay maneuverability, okay airspeed, and it's got, are those 50 cals? 650 cals? It's not specialized though, that's a problem. 45 tokens when you have 1600 something in the bank. I'll spend that any day. Okay, I apologize, we're gonna have to do a bit of building here. Yeah, we didn't even have a slot for a site on this. No, we did. Do we go for a speed build or balance or air or maneuverability? Ooh, that speed is not good. Okay, I want more speed than that. We have 4 experimental ones in stock. Yeah, let's go for that. And we'll want to the boost. Did we have something in the other configuration? Doesn't look like. What's the reload like? 90 seconds. I hate to equip the strengthened hard points and cost us speed that we're already severely lacking. And the rockets are not that great. So, you know, if they reload every 60 something seconds instead of 90, that's not going to make a huge difference on our ability to score more capture points. Yeah, I mean, if you don't like the Republic line, this one is probably not going to be much better, if any. So what does that do for us? The range of rockets, rocket accuracy, and what range does that give us? $1127, so I can shoot from about 1100 out instead of 1000 out. At least it doesn't take a speed penalty. What about aerodynamic pylons? Would that be better? Yeah, because the range of the rockets does nothing for you, essentially. It slows down the resupply time, but helps our airspeed. Okay, I think we're going for that. And we do have machine guns on this, so we don't need to worry too much about accuracy. We can go for a fire build. Here, I don't want to sit here and calibrate for half an hour, so we're just gonna give it the first roll. Unfortunately, it's a 6, but it's forward progress nonetheless. Fire, injuries, accuracy. Can we get fire, fire, fire? There's only one fire. We can get fire, crit, crit. Fire, crit, accuracy. I don't care about injury to pilots. I fly a first aid kit anyway. That's too much accuracy. We don't need that much. Point of diminishing return with accuracy, especially with machine gun equipped planes. So fire, nah, like it. Fire, crit, crit. Okay, let's go for that. I like it. Come on. To me, acceleration while diving is marginally useless. So I'm gonna re-roll for the get rid of the acceleration while diving. Maneuverability in turns is excellent. We would like max speed with maneuverability if possible, and then the third one, as long as it's not acceleration while diving, I'm happy. Okay, that's good enough. I'll probably reassemble it off stream when I have a bit more time and I don't want to bore the audience with these mundane matters. 10, that's better than a 6. Engine cooldown, max speed, boost availability, so we get basically 10% more boost. I'd rather get acceleration max. At least acceleration and 1% max. Okay, that's good enough. What do we have here? Damage by bombs, that's not gonna help. We want damage by rockets, range of rockets, and rocket reload speed. So we're looking for...
I like to wash this brush. It's a lot of fun. There we go. Shake off the excess. And just beat the devil out of it.
We're looking for the 3 rocket characteristics, so this might take a little while. Guys. You know what we could do is just spend some tokens. I'll take less time. Okay, hello, please. Oh, okay. Let me apply it, please. It's bugged. Damn it. More gaming. What are you doing? I hate this. No choice. That's bullshit. There we go. At least it only took one more roll. Okay, consumables. Medical kit. We have over 1,000 fire extinguishing systems. Wow. Secondary maybe? Yeah. Just because that's what we have in stock the most. Do engine repair? I don't think so. We need engine cooling on this. It's not that. It doesn't have enough speed to skip the engine cooling. And I'm not wasting gold explosives on something that has a 14 rating for the ordnance. Upgrades, obviously it's specialized. We don't need to look at. Let's put its makeup on. What does that one do? Crew experience? No. Can use free XP for crew experience. I don't need that. That's better for newer players. Crew XP paints. And let's just look at his skills. Okay. This is annoying here. I can't see what the progress is. That's pretty expensive for 1 point. And then we need a second to get, I was hoping to get aerodynamics expert, but what we could do is this here. No, and no. I think that's better for a machine gun equipped plane. You don't need Marks II. It's 3 hull points. There's other things you could do with your points. They're more helpful. Alright, finally, we get to play it. Don't need marksman period. Yeah, I mean, if you have a sight especially, you can get away with no marksman. I like to build for accuracy. I like a little more accuracy. Could I have too much than not enough? But yeah, there's definitely a point of diminishing return with accuracy. Once you have enough of it that your dispersion is reasonably mitigated, adding more accuracy will not cause you to land more shots necessarily. So I would advise Marksman 1 on your machine gun equipped planes, but nothing more, not Marksman 2. And when you get to period 3 and you have interesting options for alternatives to sights in things like the Saber, F-84F, FJ1, you can definitely get away with not using a sight and putting my choice is radio nav. I really like the idea of being better concealed, having more visibility on the mini-map than the enemy, because I'm a mini-map hawk. But depending on, you know, whether you look at the mini-map a lot or what kind of style you play, if you like to sneak up on folks, if you know how to maximize concealment, it may be preferable for you to use the G-suit. It's a personal choice, depends on your style. I've finally used the G-suit for the first time since I've been playing this, and it started in, what, 2016? Less than a month ago, I put it in my XF90 to see, and yeah, it does make a pretty big difference. So I have not taken it off yet. Oh. Wasted rocket. Humanity. Range should be about 650, yeah. I was hoping to finish the sector before they killed us, but these machine guns seem feel a little underpowered, I'm not gonna lie. Oh yeah, I just don't play the P-51H because propeller planes infuriate when you have P-80A that you could be flying instead of the P-51H. I just don't see why. Did the ratings in April and I learned the hard way I wasn't making it work. Has better altitude climb than the P-80, which doesn't make sense, but it's not a simulation game, let's just put it that way. I play the P-51D quite a lot. I have a special pilot for it, Elise Clark. I didn't play it a lot before getting her, but I have her. It's a regular. Wow. We didn't last very long. We're down tiered, aren't we? No, we're not. It is 4-on-4. Oh, look who's on our team, Stitch here. Stitch 626. Just Jerry and Gundam Pilot. We have YZ250TT on the other side, as well as Tango Arv, LFTC, and Ali. I think we're gonna leave them the command center. They seem to want it really badly. The reason I like playing this airfield first in is it's a gateway to the enemy's mine, and the goal on any map that has 2 mines should be to own both mines at some point. That's usually a winning condition. You're gonna turn around to come... Oh my god, dude. Get a life. can't even outturn me in a Spitfire. What an incompetent. That annoyed me because, like, I was letting him go. I wanted to go get to my sector. And he was going the opposite direction and turned around to come at me. Like, what does that do for you, bro? What did you accomplish? Aside from annoying me. Like, maybe that's a worthy enterprise in itself. But, like... Six hit points left. God, these machine guns suck! My god! It's like one of those bad dreams where you're trying to punch someone because they're attacking you and you're like in molasses. Time we're flying T-Raid, I should show you my Mustang build. I think it would surprise you how effective I've been in the airframe. Yeah, I think I just have some reason more fun with the jet engine planes, everything else being equal. Nothing scientific about that choice, I suppose. Now we're about to give up superiority, and this is a disaster of a match. 5 defeats in one day. I didn't lose 5 in the last week. All days combined. I think I have been undefeated for 4 days now. Well, just to give you an idea of how bad of a swing this is in my personal results. We'll go check the Hall of Fame after just to confirm that. It's hopeless at this point. They've got it. I don't usually all matches hopeless. I try until the final whistle. This one's over.
You'll soon be cut off from support. I say again, support will not be available.
Even we're very effectively countered by the opponent. He even got us a little riled up. So, good job, Reds. Well done.
Turn back. The enemy force is too strong.
You're not getting a GG from me, though. Petty like that. Alright. Petty Bob is petty. Okay. Let's look at the game results a little bit, see what happened. Yeah. It's not a bot win, I wouldn't call it that. They just severely outplayed us. The P40N especially just probably capped at least 5. No, only 3. He did defend a lot though. 320 points for defending. Yeah, they didn't cap that many sectors. Well, so the sectors didn't flip back and forth. They flipped red and stayed red the whole match. So there's not going to be that many sectors captured. We got only 1 sector captured. Cautious. We're Tier 5 up. Well, that's good data, I suppose. Alright, yeah, I think it's a good time to stop. Let's just review the Hall of Fame like we do at the end of every stream. Yeah, I felt completely ineffective in that match. I would not ever play the F4F again if the wheel does not fall on it again. We lost some positions despite being undefeated because some new players appeared on the overall. Players who've just reached 1,000 games. We're at 74.04 right now, not too far from the position in front of us, but we were 182nd at some point this week, and several players pushed us down by one by appearing above us. Just so you can see that I'm not lying here. Here we have Magus Gerhardt with 1,002 games that just appeared. Basically 1.4% higher than us. Hartwald with 1,000 games, the minimum you need to qualify, and we have several others, I believe. Maybe a little bit less recent, but I won't go through every page. There's no point in doing that. We like to look at the 4 weeks and the 7 days a little bit more, and especially the 4 weeks is a better indicator of how people are performing right now. A better indicator of your current level of skill. I guess all these new players added in showed me down a lot too. Yeah. And we've got our usual partner in crime, Tulsa, in the lead. The 4 weeks at 97.92. If we use the games played as the tiebreaker, they're actually tied with Gentle Jungle. So I don't know what my second tiebreaker would be if I was the one deciding these things. Probably experience per battle, because that indicates how high of a tier you've played largely. You'll get more experience per battle the higher tier you played. We got our other partner in crime, Lincoln Stern, at 97.28. So the fact that our partners in crime that play 100% of their matches with us in the same flight are second and third is you know, a large compliment to them, but indirectly a compliment to us. I know what Tulsa would say. He would say, I couldn't have done it without you, Bob. And I think he could do well above 90% on his own, but we certainly have contributed a few points of percentage to that win rate. So we'll take a small part of the credit for it, but the vast majority remains his. We are 9th, up 1 position. My goal is to be in the top 10, so that's pretty good. 93.14. Our pal UAQ VBN is at 93.31, just ahead of us. Friend of the stream Desert is at 96.30 in 4th, and then Reto Sair, or Reto US Air, I'm not sure how he says it. If anybody knows, let me know. 95.37. And that completes our review. Are there any friends or teammates in page 1? There is Orca at 88.49 and 18th, up 3 positions, been oscillating around 24th, 25th all week, so that's pretty good improvement for him. He's on the up and up. And that's it for friends and clanmates on page 1. And then on the 7 days, Tulsa's in first, undefeated in 31 matches. He would win the tiebreaker if it were games played. The actual tiebreaker that Wargaming uses is the age of the account, which really sucks. We've got then Archer 3D ACR, not familiar. I think he plays lower tiers, so we don't run into him a whole lot. He's got 98 wins in 100 matches in 1 week. That's a lot of matches played. Then we've got UAQ VBN up 4 positions at 97.37 FM. In 38th, Lincoln Stern, 97.30, over 37. And then Spams a Spect FW57. There you go. I can win 98% of my games in the FW57, no problem too. But it does require some level of skill, but you're mostly playing against potatoes, or noobs, if you prefer to be more polite. But yeah, you're playing a lot of unskilled opponents. Like 95% of games, you're the best player on your team, or on either team, and You've got by far the most OP plane in the whole tier. If you don't consider the Plenum 4, but they're such different classes that they don't really compare. It's bananas and oranges. Then we have Babras in 6th at +1 at 95.35. So having lost 5 today, that is going to absolutely murder that stat. That's life. Orca, it was up 9 positions in 13th. That's incredible, 9 positions. 93.42 over 76 games. We've got the excellent Chili Villy in 14th at 91.82 in 110 games. We salute him. Another friend here, occasional flight mate, Pappy John, 90.74. And I think that's about it. On the one day, yesterday, we were undefeated in 11 matches. If we change the date, we were undefeated in 13 matches the day before. So that's 24. And on the 29th, we were undefeated in 11. That's 35 matches, 3 days. Yeah, how sad that is to have lost 5 today. We were undefeated the day before that in 13th. That's 48 matches. And we have to go back, I think. Oh, we were undefeated that match too. Were we at 48? So that's 65 over 5 days. The 26th. We're getting close to. Yeah, we lost on the 26th. So we're not there. So 5 days, 65 matches, maybe a little bit more, undefeated. It all came to an end, a brutal end today. I still had fun. I think we got several really good matches. I've got one I'm going to turn into a YouTube video. We played early in the stream, so always appreciate you guys being around, and especially when you chat it up, makes it that much more enjoyable for me. Let's see if there is anybody we can raid.